This is officially one of the worst Januaries of the stock market of all time, right? We begin the year down 12% from all-time highs, and that's just the big index, right? That's not to mention many of the components of the Nasdaq, especially the smaller ones or the not profitable ones that doesn't have earnings yet, but do have massive runway for growth in the future. Those are massively getting hammered as well. And when you are swing trading this kind of companies, right, boy, am I glad, right, to have those stop losses in place, like NUE and a lot of other companies that I was swing trading. Okay, I got stopped out of them for a small little paper cut, a little loss, right? And I'm really glad for that, right? And that's why I think a lot of YouTubers should really, especially the trading ones, right, should really address, right, the idea of having stop losses and know where is the target price, right, the exit strategy that they want to exit out of their companies, instead of just shilling companies, right? And you don't even know what happened to the old companies, right? So right here in the stock estate, we do weekly updates. I always update the old last week's plays, then introduce new plays, right, and update what I've been doing with last week's plays, so that we can keep ourselves accountable and we can see the progress that we are making, as well as I'll give you some valuable information on maybe the overall macroeconomic market, as well as the plays and why am I choosing those kind of plays in as short as I can, less than 10 minutes, right? Last time my videos used to be way longer, right? But again, attention span, right? I'm going to shorten it down, right? And give you the best information. So last week's picks, right? We did BBW, right? BBW was a company that was we swung trade before, right? From here up here, from here up here, right? We got massive gains on this. And for last week, I said that you see this annotation over here, all right? I was annotating that if we see a quick bounce, we will enter, right? However, we did not get that bounce that we want, right? You can see that Monday open, right? 4 massive candles happened after that, and we didn't have that bounce that we want to. Okay, although there's a little green candle over here, but if you look closely at the 4-hour chart, all right, you can see that big massive red candle down here. Only a small little buying pressure, still massively bearish in the long term and in the short term, I mean, okay. And so I will not enter this until it kind of finds a base and moves back up to a level. Then I'll put a buy stop order to the further upside, and this most likely will come with the overall macroeconomic interest rates environment, everything improving, all right, and then the entire market will go up again. So I would say this week, right, if you feel that it's very volatile, right, there's a lot of bad news that's coming out, all right, and there's no confirmation to be seen, just stay out of the market, right? You as a swing trader need to know when to stay out of the market and hold cash. Cash is also a position, right? Unless you're going short, all right, you're buying puts, all right, that's a different story. But if you're just a mainly long buyer, all right, the novices, all right, just stay out of the market, chill for this week, right, and take your mind off things, right? Good swing traders know when to stay out of the market. And so that's the update for BBW. I didn't really went in, all right. You can go fact check me on my last video. I did say that we want to see a bounce, right? No bounce was seen there, not gonna enter. All right. This coming week, all right, this is one of the potential picks, but I'm going to monitor this company as well very closely. One of the nicer technical setups I've seen right there for the short term, and that has a good relative strength in relation to a lot of the bearish markets out there. And this company is CF, right? CF Industries. This company is in the agriculture, all right, basic materials. We can see that why am I bullish on this is basically after this massive sell-off, right? It's still primarily, okay, I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller right here. Okay, look at the weekly chart. Still primarily in a uptrend, right? Although the long term, all right, is almost at the all-time highs of the entire weekly time frame of its ever at the all-time high. So again, you might want to be a bit careful around here. But again, swinging from here back to its all-time highs, very possible, definitely very possible. But you can see that it's still in a bullish uptrend, right? In the short-term uptrend. That's a good sign, all right? And we go to the 1-day time frame, you can see that it's following very closely in a very similar pattern, right? We want to always see patterns, when we are doing technical analysis, all right? You can see always it touches the top Bollinger Band, goes down, touches the bottom, goes up, touches the top, goes down, touches the bottom, up, down. And this time, if it shows a strong bounce over here, I would definitely swing it over to the further upside, because it's again supported by a trend line. If you're a trend line kind of guy, I'm not really a trend line kind of guy, but if you're a trend line kind of guy, you can definitely see there's a kind of a sort of a trend line over here, right? That is bouncing off multiple times, right? But again, I like to use the Bollinger Band as well as the moving average to confirm once again. Let me just remove this. Okay, you can see that again from here all the way up here. Okay, really great, okay, technical setup right here, right? I feel like if it manages to hold and bounce above this moving average and wait for the green moving average to catch up with it, right, it can potentially be a good few 10-20% profit. All right, so again, entry price will probably be at the stop near the above here. All right, and you can set a what I call it, the trailing stop loss, right, to capture most of the trend. Or if you're a conservative guy, you can set it at the previous all-time high, which is here. It's a good 13% profit. You can set your stop loss right below here at around here. So that's a 1 to 5 risk, 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio is a decent one. Okay, but I would say it's a more high probability trade. But again, if you are more aggressive, you can swing up to the further upside around here for 22% profit if the trend continues. All right, so I would say that, be very cautious, right? Lengthen your time frame if you need to, all right? And, give a bit more generous stop losses. And with more generous stop losses, you have to, shrink your entire amount that you're swing trading with, right? Because if you are allowing for a massive stop loss, a bigger stop loss with more room for this volatility to ensure, then again, you should not be risking too much in relation to that, all right? So if you do not know, again, how to place stop losses as well as, how to set the appropriate amount, I explained it in my previous videos before. Go check them out. All right. And with that said, all right, I wish you a wonderful trading day ahead and stay safe. All right. Search out for many great fundamental companies out there to buy for the long term because right now everything's on good sale right now. And I will see you again in the next video, everyone. Stock still.